Going live. You are looking live. It's sold out Giant Stadium. With today, the 15-0 New York Giants are taking on the 0-15 Tennessee Titans. Why are the Tennessee Titans 0-15? Because they suck. Welcome to the Gridiron. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'll tell you what. I think I had hair. I think the last time the Giants won a opening game for the season, it's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. I mean, there's no better feeling than, starting the season off 1-0. It's only one game. Got 16 more of these babies to go, but whew. And don't forget Joe Schoen. What Joe Schoen said also is, after week one, if you win, you're never that good as you know what I mean, or if you lose, you're never quite maybe as bad as you thought. So it's just 1 week, but boy, I'll tell you what, to go on the road and to beat Tennessee after we were down 13-0 at halftime. I tell you what, it took us almost 20 minutes to get a first down. I was like 18 and a half minutes, I think it was, just before we got a first down. I mean, oh my God, it was. I thought we were back in 2021. Watching that the offensive line couldn't hold up. I mean, Daniel Jones was getting hit. Daniel Jones throwing interceptions. Daniel Jones getting stripped, sacked, fumble. Oh my God, it was painful. That first half was just painful to watch. I mean, thankfully the defense did a decent job at keeping us in the game. Especially in the first half, giving us a chance, right? The run defense once again did a very good job. There's good and there's bad. A lot to go over. Got a lot to go over here. So, and we're gonna try to go about 30 minutes here. All right. Then I want to, after I'm done here, I want to go watch the TV and hopefully see. I tell you what, I want to punch myself either way, slap myself silly. I don't know if I want to watch Tom Brady win. I certainly don't want to watch the Cowboys win. You can't have to watch. You get a little sick and tired of watching Tom Brady win. But I'm kind of hoping maybe the Buccaneers would beat the Cowboys, right? But if the Cowboys win, everybody in the NFC East will be 1-0. I mean, I don't know when the last time that happened. Everybody was 1-0. I mean, it's been at least 6 years anyway. So let's go over some stuff here. I mean, got quite a bit to cover here. Let's see. We had the Wan'Dale Robinson. I seen him on the side. After a while, I was like looking to see, and you saw him in the beginning of the game, and after a while, I didn't really see him. And then I seen him standing on the sideline. He had like a T-shirt on and something. Like, what the hell's he doing there? But Wan'Dale Robinson out with a knee injury. He exits after the first quarter. Giants can't catch a break. It's unbelievable. I mean, Kenny Golladay gets injured a lot. Kadarius Toney, I'm sure he was in there for a couple plays, so I'm sure he'll be on the injured list next week. Sterling Shepard gets injured all the time. That Wan'Dale Robinson, after the first quarter, exits. We got here, after getting his first reception of his career, New York Giants wide receiver Robinson's day was done. So he caught one pass and his day was over. I mean, just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unfreaking believable. Giants in the second quarter ruled Robinson out for the rest of the game with a knee injury. After seemingly motioned to the sideline after catching a ball on the second drive the Giants had in the first quarter. The pass went for 5 yards and gave the Giants a first down. So they got this is on Twitter. They're showing us the 7 seconds. Daniel Jones drops back, goes to his right. Yeah. He went down to the ground. He caught it laying on the ground. The guy like rolled over him or something. So, I mean, so apparently he injured his knee on that one. Let's see here. Yeah. So, but the problem is after that, all right, the Giants didn't dress. He was a healthy scratch. Darius Slayton, all right. We got Dane Belton, okay. Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari obviously didn't play at all. But there were some healthy scratches. Darius Slayton, Antonio Williams, running back, right? Justin Lane, the cornerback, and Tyree Phillips, the offensive lineman. All right. They elevated Quincy Roche and safety Tony Jefferson from the practice squad to add depth for the Sunday's game. But Darius Slayton was a healthy scratch. So interesting how they kept him on the team but made him a healthy scratch. He's one of the guys that usually kind of stays somewhat healthy. So now we got Wan'Dale Robinson. We'll have to wind up seeing what happens with him on I'm sure they're going to take some x-rays or something or MRI or whatever of his knee. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but simply amazing. Guys stay healthy all through training camp and preseason. That he catches one pass and he has to exit the game. Just the Giants' luck. Just the Giants' luck. Now, I got another thing here from the Post. All right, we got it says Giants stun the Titans after Brian Daboll's bold 2-point decision. That was interesting also. Now, why they went for a 2-point conversion on they're down 13-0. Right? They're down 13-0, play by play. I just want to make sure I read this right. I mean, they went for the 2-point run, conversion failed. Okay. So they had 13-6. All right. So luckily they will come back and make it 20-19. They were losing, and then they went for the 2-point conversion. So I mean, we can go over a bunch of things here. I mean, Daniel Jones throwing an interception. I mean, we had the ball down there at the Titans' 8-yard line. He throws an interception. I don't know if you can blame that totally 100% maybe on Daniel Jones. You can also blame it on maybe Saquon Barkley, because Saquon, when you're running into the end zone, you only got so far to go. There's a point in time where you need to turn around and look. Well, Saquon, I mean, once Saquon kind of maybe got to the goal line, he should have maybe started turning around, because Daniel Jones threw the ball. The only one was looking was the cornerback who made the interception. I mean, Saquon, by the time it seemed like the ball was intercepted, even before Saquon even decided to turn around. So I think you can maybe blame some of that on Saquon as well too. I mean, Daniel Jones threw the ball, yes, but I mean, maybe Saquon should have turned around a little bit faster. But the thing is, you got to get points there. I mean, you're down. The dude muffed the punt, gave the Giants a breath of fresh air. The Giants moved down. Obviously they didn't score a touchdown, but they went field goal range, right? And you got to get points there. And Daniel Jones, as he's done in the past, right, throws an interception. It was 2 years ago, the opening day game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Giants had the ball around the 2 or 3 yard line, right? Daniel Jones got the ball. The Giants, I believe, were down. But, you're down the 2 or 3. You got to get points there. You got to. So Daniel Jones rolls out to his left. He's rolling, and the rush was coming from the Steelers. I forgot exactly who it was for the Steelers, but, Daniel Jones is rolling, looking. And by the time he threw the ball, his arm got hit. The ball went up in the air. I think Cameron Haywood intercepted the pass, just inside the end zone. Well, he waited so long. I mean, if he would have just thrown the ball, he could have thrown the ball away. Whatever. But I mean, it just goes to show. It was the first game of the year as well, too, against Pittsburgh when we lost 26-16. You got to get points here. It's the same thing here. You got to get points. In that situation, that could have been the game pretty much, right? Because you figure if you got the field goal there when Daniel Jones threw the interception, the Giants, and they got their 2-point conversion there at the end of the game, Giants would have been up 24-20. That you would have been forcing the Titans to walk down the field and score a touchdown with a minute to go, not kick a field goal. So I mean that could have been huge, but luckily it was wide left. The Giants wind up prevailing. All right. So Daniel Jones finished with 188 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Saquon Barkley, 164 yards rushing and a touchdown. He also added 30 yards receiving as well, too. So, I mean, it's a lot of, there's some good, there's some bad. Okay. Let's go over some of these stats here, see what we got here. All right, we got, let's see, box score, team stats. All right, each team had 19 first downs. Jones was 17 out of 21. I mean, he had a lot of short passes. He had the one long one to Sterling Shepard. Looked like the cornerback had his eyes in the backfield. Sterling Shepard, I maybe put a double move on him or whatever, but the cornerback was more concerned about maybe Saquon Barkley getting the ball in the backfield or whatever, and Sterling Shepard ran past him wide open. Dude missed a tackle. Sterling Shepard ran into the end. It was like 65-yarder. But so Daniel Jones was 17 out of 21. Only had 4 incomplete passes. One of the incompletions was a interception, right? So, I mean, very, very efficient, right? Let's see if we can look here. Let's see what I didn't even bother. Let's see what's 17 out of 21. They don't even have it there. Don't even have let me figure this out. I mean, 17 out of 21 is very impressive. 17 divided by 21, 81% completion percentage. 81, very, very impressive. Only 188 yards, of course, 65 of it came on the one play. So basically, the other 16 completions, he got 115 yards or so, whatever. So, I mean, nothing super duper crazy. A lot of them were short passes, right?
American Home Shield.
The 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times. I mean, he was sacked 3 times in the first quarter. All right, so you figure the last 3 quarters, you only got sacked twice, but he was hurried a lot. Had the one where he got sacked. I forgot who. I can't remember. The guy blew past Ben Bredesen. Let me see here if I got the play-by-play, and I'll say Giants fumble. Let's see here. Punt, interception. Let's see. Oh, it was in the first half. I'm sorry. I'm thinking it was in the which wound up leading to a field goal. Titans wound up with a field goal. All right. Daniel Jones sacked by Ximines, fumbles, and looks like recovered by Bud Dupree. Okay. But it looked like I think Ximines blew past. I think it might have been Bredesen. It looks like he just totally burned him, right? I mean, so that was what we got here. That was about halfway through, not quite. It was about 5 minutes into the second quarter. So you figure the final 40 minutes of the game, Daniel Jones was sacked 1 time. So I guess we made some better adjustments. We also ran the ball a lot too. Ran the ball quite a bit. The run game will wear down the pass rush, right? Wear down the defense. So you figure the final 40 minutes, he got sacked 1 time, so that's not too bad, But I mean, if the first 20 minutes of the game, it was like every 5 minutes he was getting sacked. I mean, it was just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Let's see. Total plays. The Giants says that Giants had 58 plays. They had 394 yards of offense. They outgained Tennessee. They had 394. Tennessee had 359. Okay. Let's see. Giants averaged 6.8 yards per play. They had 156, I guess, net passing yards if you take the sacks away. The thing that kind of ticked me off is that Tannehill was just standing back there. I mean, he could have had a sandwich, a cup of coffee, and took a nap, woke up, and still found a receiver without any pressure. I mean, it was just, I don't know. We might be sending guys, but I'll tell you what, we are not getting pressure. We are not getting pressure. I mean, I know that, Tennessee, they're tight now. Obviously, their front, the defense is very, very good. You got to give them credit. They have a very good defensive front. But I mean, the pressure they were constantly putting on Daniel Jones was, the hopefully was, the Giants start playing together. We get Glowinski in there and Feliciano and Neal and Thomas and I don't know, Bredesen, if he's going to be in there all the time from now on or what, we'll have to wait and see. But, they start playing together. Hopefully they'll start getting a little bit better. But I mean, the Giants, looked at 238 yards rushing. I mean, who would have thought, right? 32 rushing attempts, right? Who would have thought the Giants ran the ball 32 times, and Daniel Jones threw it 21, right? And he had the 5 sacks. So that's your 58 plays, 32 and 21's 53 and 5 sacks. Yeah, right? So who would have thunk it? It ran the ball like 50% more time than we did, right? But we had to. I think we kind of had to because of the pressure that the Titans were putting on us. But also you can kind of see in the beginning of the game, it was just like handing the ball off and we're going to get maybe 2 yards, handing the ball off, maybe getting a yard or 2-3 yards. But if you continue to keep doing it, you start wearing the defense down. You know, those 1 and 2 yard runs in the first quarter wound up becoming 5, 6, 7, 8 yard runs in the fourth quarter. If you keep it up, you keep it up, you keep it up. So, I mean, 238 yards, 7.4 yards a carry, right? Of course, it doesn't hurt with Saquon. Was it a 60? I forgot what that was. That one he ran off, that nice one, right? Giants had 8 penalties, a little sloppy. We were 2 out of 3 in the red zone, which is very good. Of course, the one we didn't get any points on, which could have possibly wound up costing us the game. Okay. But I mean, all in all, through the 1 interception, we lost the fumble on a strip sack. Of course, we got a fumble, on the muff punt, which was huge. The Giants had almost 29 minutes of offense. So that's, very, very good. Let's see here. Let's go to the box score here. All right. Tannehill had 266 yards passing, right? But I mean, the Titans, who like to run the ball, right, only had 93 yards of rushing. Derrick Henry ran the ball 21 times for 82 yards. He had a long of 18. So you take that 18-yard run away, okay? That means he ran the ball 20 times for 64 yards. So on those other 20 carries, take that one away. The other 20 carries, he averaged about 3 yards a carry. So our defense, run defense, is still continuing to do a very, very good job. They did a very good job in the preseason, okay? And in this first game here, very, very good job. I mean, you want to, see where you stand, see how decent you are, whatever. Go on the road, play in Tennessee, and go up against Derrick Henry, and that's a good judge. Let you know how good or bad your run defense is. I mean, they did a very, very good job. Wink Martindale said in the preseason, he said, it's a passing league. Okay, it's kind of tough to take away the pass, right? But he what he said was you have to take away one thing. All right. And what he emphasized in this one meeting, there was a video out on, says we're going to take away the run. Okay. We can't give them the run. We got to take that away. So they did a very good job of taking the run away. All right. The Titans ran the ball 26 times for 93 yards, 3.6 yards a carry. The Giants, okay, on the other hand, 7.4 yards a carry. The Giants more than doubled yards per carry than the Tennessee Titans. Okay. It was a 68-yarder. Saquon had a 68-yarder. But that's what you do. I mean, it's tough. The only way you also can do that as well, too, is you have to be in the ball game. You can't be down 37-7 to the Chargers like we were last year. It's not 37. So, hey, let's establish the run. Let's start handing the ball to Saquon. Let's get that running game. No, I mean, then you're throwing the ball, right? But if you're within arm's reach, still having a chance of winning the ball game, you keep running the ball. Keep running the ball. You start wearing the defense now. As I said, those 1, 2, 3 yard runs in the first quarter wound up becoming, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yard runs in the third and fourth quarter, right? And then you had something like Saquon busting when he got it, busted it outside, right, down the sideline, got 68 yards. Now you also almost cost us because he had that other run, right, at the end of the game where we had some nice blocking. He kind of went, it wasn't off tackle. It's kind of like, I guess, by where the guard was at, the left guard. Maybe we're kind of like where Ben Bredesen was at. He broke it up there, right? I don't know if he lost a step or whatever, but he was in the clear. The guy from behind him caught up to him, was like a yard or so behind him, caught up to him, punched the ball out. Remember, the ball went flying. Thankfully, it went out of bounds for the Giants. But Saquon, it was a guy coming from his right. It looked like he had his eye on him. You know what I mean? Right? Thinking maybe nobody was going to catch him from behind, which is what wound up happening. So I think he looked like he was kind of preparing himself for the guy coming from his right, and he I don't know, didn't know there was somebody behind him catching up to him. So I'm not sure. Saquon's not maybe the fastest guy in the world, but I don't know. It was kind of like, he had a couple yards. Looked like he had a yard or two on the guy from behind him, and the guy caught him somewhat quickly. So but it is what it is. But I mean, Saquon had a very, very good game. He also had, what did he have here? Saquon, 6 catches for 30 yards. Right, a bunch of short stuff, right? But 7 targets. He caught the ball 6 times. Sterling Shepard caught 2 catches. Obviously had the one long one for 65 yards for a touchdown. Richie James had a nice game. Okay, he caught 5 passes for 59 yards. Okay, he also ran the ball once for 2 yards. Kadarius Toney, they didn't get him in the passing game, but he ran the ball 2 times for 23 yards. I'm almost kind of wait and see if he's on the injury list after this game's over. But Matt Breida ran the ball 5 times for 24 yards. Kenny Golladay caught 2 passes. Wendell Robinson caught the 1 pass, and then he had to leave. And then, of course, Chris Myrick caught the 1 pass for 1 yard, average 1 yard's reception, had 1 target, caught 1 pass, 1 touchdown, and his long was 1 yard. One's across the board for Mr. Myrick, but that wound up being huge. Okay, that catch, because then that set us up for the 2-point conversion. All right. Now the Giants defense, the pass defense, looked like it's there was a couple of guys here and there that were kind of wide open every now and then, but for the most part, the pass defense was pretty solid. There were a couple of drop passes at the Titans. A couple of the guys dropped some passes. Thankfully, that helped the Giants out because I said, once again, the Giants had absolutely no pass rush whatsoever. I mean, it was, it was really non-existent. I mean, Tannehill would just drop back the pass, and I'm like, we might be blitzing guys or something, but it's like, where's the pressure? Where's the pressure? So we'll have to, hopefully if we get Azeez and Kayvon back, hopefully we'll start getting some pressure then, because, I mean, it's like, you realize between preseason and first game of the season, it's 4 games, right? We've had 3 sacks in 4 games. So let's see. On the defensive side, Jay Crowder led the team, 7 total tackles. This is according to ESPN. This is not maybe totally 100% official, but it's got to be relatively close. Okay. Jihad Ward had 6 tackles. Darnay Holmes had 6. Adoree Jackson with 6. Oshane Ximines had 6. Leonard Williams had 5. Aaron Robinson with 5. Julian Love with 5. Xavier McKinney with 5. Right. Let's see what we had. Gary Brightwell had 2 kick returns for, average 20 yards. Richie James did a very decent job. Punt returns. He had a 22-yarder. Okay, which also brings me up to my other point. Kyle Phillips, the had a punt. He's the one that muffed the punt, so that helped us. But I'll tell you what, the first punt return, the dude runs the ball back 46 yards. I mean, I'm like, have we cleaned anything up at all since the preseason? I mean, thankfully after that, all right, Phillips had 3. After that, okay, Kyle Phillips had 3 returns for 16 yards. Okay, so after that, he only averaged about 5 yards a return. Okay, and 3 more additional punt returns. So we started cleaning it up, and then also obviously he had the 1 muff, which was huge. Huge for the Giants. The Giants needed a break, and they got one. Okay, but I mean that one, I mean, had to just clean that up. I mean, really had to clean that up. Graham Gano. I kicked 1 extra point. That was it. But the Jamie Gillen, the Scottish Hammer, averaged 51.5 yards a punt. Very, very good. Very, very solid. Right. I mean, all in all, very, very good. I mean, I was totally shocked that the Giants won. I predicted in my video, in my broadcast or whatever you want to call it last night. I said the Giants were going to lose. I thought they'd keep it like maybe within a score. I think I said like 28-20, or I forgot exactly what it was, but I thought, they keep maybe 27-23 or something. They'd keep it close and wind up losing, but a win's a win. Now this can be very, very contagious. Losing teams find ways to lose, right? Now, of course, having the Tennessee kicker miss the field goal wound up giving us a win, but you take it any way you can. This is also kind of the way, like with Daniel Jones, remember his first start ever against Tampa Bay. And he led us down the field. Remember, fourth down from the 5 or 6 or 7, whatever it was. He dropped back to pass. The line just opened up. It was like a big, huge hole. He ran up in the middle. Remember, he's running in, holding the ball up, put the Giants up. Well, of course, and just like the Giants defense did here, Tampa Bay got the ball. They walked down the field, and their field goal kicker missed like a 32-yard field goal. Gave the Giants the win. But the Giants 1-0. Now they got next week. They got Carolina. All right, Carolina. I'll tell you what, they were looking pretty bad against the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders wound up prevailing, but the Washington Commanders had a decent hold on that game there today. Carolina came back, give them a lot of credit, and then the Commanders pulled it out at the end. But next week the Giants once again have they got a home game, against Carolina. This is a good opportunity for the New York Giants, to go. I don't want to be jinxing us or nothing like that, but we got a good chance here, all right, to go at least 2-0. Now, let's see, what do we got here? What do we got? Okay, we got 3 home games. Actually, then we got the Panthers, then the Cowboys come to town, so that's going to be a hell of a battle. Okay, then we got the Bears. Okay, the Bears hung in there in that rain-soaked game against the 49ers. So we're playing the Bears. Okay, and then we got we're going across the pond, and the Packers Packers didn't look like juggernauts today. Minnesota's defense really shut down Aaron Rodgers. Okay, now I'm not saying the Giants are going to do that, but Minnesota really, really looked good. Then after that, we're playing the Ravens at home. Okay, the Ravens came in and kicked the living crap out of the Jets. Ravens looked decent today. Okay, then we got the Jaguars. We got the Seahawks. We got the Texans. We got the Lions. We got some winnable games. I'm not saying we're gonna, I'm not saying we're going 10-7 or whatever, 11-6, and like that. But this is 1-0. Next week against the Panthers. We should go 2-0, but that's why they play the games. But the Giants have some winnable games coming up. But I'll tell you what, just to go 1-0, absolutely unbelievable, simply unbelievable. The Giants need a little bit of help, and they got it. All the bad luck that we've had over the past year or so. It was nice that muff punt, the interception that Daniel Jones threw didn't wind up costing us the game. We got the touchdown at the end to Myrick. We got the 2-point conversion to the shuffle pass to Saquon. He got into the end zone, put us up by 1. Right? How I don't know. I don't know what the New York media would have done to Brian Dable if we didn't make that 2-point conversion. We wound up losing 20-19. But anyway, we got that muff punt. Then of course, we left a minute on the clock for the Titans. No pressure. They walked down the field, right? They had to clock the ball. The time was running. Tannehill was standing up the line of scrimmage, got 4 seconds left to clock the ball, right? 4 seconds, and it was all up to the kicker. And, sometimes, you got to get a little bit of luck, and the Giants luck was on the Giants' side today, But all in all, you got a very, 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 very impressive way to start the season. They looked absolutely horrible the first quarter. Then they started coming on. The defense gave us a chance. 13-0. We were, it felt like we were down like 35-0, but we're only down 13-0. Okay, at halftime. Then we got the 2 touchdowns and tied it up, right? And that gave us a little momentum, gave us some hope and all that and everything like that. So then you can start feeling the momentum started changing, right? And to the Giants' favor. But I tell you what, that first quarter, I was like slapping myself. I didn't know if it was 2021 or 2020. I was looking to see Joe Judge on the sideline with Jason Garrett going like this. All right, guys, here we go. I didn't know what the hell. I'm like, where's this freaking offense at? But that's why you play the games. That's why you play 60 minutes. And I'll tell you what, congratulations to the New York Football Giants. Congratulations. Way to go. I'll tell you what, man, woo, it's going to be a good Monday. I can tell that. No, that was 31 minutes. Anybody at all spent any time watching me or anybody at all, right? Going to spend some time watching the replay of this, guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys absolutely freaking rock, all right? As I said, 31 minutes, and the New York Football Giants are 1-0, right? And I'll be back again tomorrow. Once again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys stay safe out there, and always go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.